What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we have a pretty interesting video. It's a lot of updates on what we were talking about last video I made. We were talking about the whole Deshaun Watson situation, how the Saints were pursuing him, which they did very, very, very aggressively. Like, I don't think I've ever seen the Saints pursue a player that aggressively ever, which I enjoyed, but I'll talk about that more in a little bit. But the main thing that happened is that the Deshaun Watson trade is completed and he is not coming to the New Orleans Saints, but we'll talk about that. In the video that I made about Deshaun Watson and Marcus May, I was talking about what I personally thought I'd enjoy as a Saints fan and as someone who has been looking into everything and trying to weigh out all the options. I said that personally I'd prefer if the New Orleans Saints did not complete that trade for Deshaun Watson, stuck with Jameis Winston, kept the picks and the money and the everything, and didn't take on that baggage, because Deshaun Watson has a lot of baggage. He's still facing 22 civil court cases, will probably be suspended for either all of next season or some amount of games. A suspension is looming. So I think it was a good thing, a blessing in disguise that, you know, Deshaun Watson is not a New Orleans Saint. I was talking about how much we'd have to give up, and the Cleveland Browns gave up a lot. So let's go ahead and get into it. So as you guys know, as everyone knows, Deshaun Watson has been traded to the Cleveland Browns for, I believe it was 3 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks, a bunch of other shit. He also got a 5-year, $230 million extension with, I believe, $50 million guaranteed. Like, holy hell. It was a massive contract. This is one of the biggest trades, the biggest single-player trades to ever happen, ever, in the NFL. Ever. Like, it was a lot to get Deshaun Watson. The Cleveland Browns were rejected at first, but came back with this disgusting contract and won Deshaun Watson over with that amount of money. We couldn't have offered that. It just wasn't physically possible. But yeah, you know, the New Orleans Saints are out on Deshaun Watson. The trade is already being completed. We don't have to worry about that anymore. The suspense is over. We need to look into the future. So if you guys remember what happened with that situation, like if you were keeping track with it, the Atlanta Falcons were looked at as the front runner for the bottom half of it. It went from the Saints all the way to the Falcons. Like they were like a hometown reunion. He's going to come home, blah, 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 all that bullshit. He didn't end up choosing Atlanta. He is with the Cleveland Browns, which nobody saw that coming. Completely out of left field. Nobody saw it coming. So what does this mean for the Saints? Well, the first thing it means is we keep the key players that we were talking about trading. The names I was seeing: Ryan Ramczyk, Eric McCoy, who was extremely solid, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Like, all of these really important names were being thrown around, and that made me extremely uncomfortable. We keep the 3 first-round picks. We keep all of that stuff. And in the process of waiting for Deshaun Watson to make his decision, the New Orleans Saints cleared and are above the cap. Like, we have $29 million in cap space. So if we want to go pursue a free agent wide receiver, we can definitely do that. If we want to fill any holes around the team, we can re-sign Teron Armstead, Jameis Winston. We have money to make moves, which is very, very, very important, because there are some holes that we need to fill. The first thing, obviously, Jameis Winston. It's going to be an interesting one, because is he going to feel appreciated and wanted by the New Orleans Saints after, you know, he just watched that whole fiasco go on where the New Orleans Saints were really, really, really gung-ho on pursuing Deshaun Watson? Will he feel appreciated enough to go ahead and ink a deal with us? He's been talking to the Indianapolis Colts, so we'll have to see what adjustments are made there. But I'm confident. I'm hoping that he comes back, because that is honestly our best shot at winning. If Taysom Hill trots out there, I literally will have to, like, force myself to watch Saints football, because watching Taysom Hill is not a fun thing to do at all by any stretch of the imagination. So, yeah, this is a big thing for us. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people in the Who Dat Nation were really hoping that we traded for Deshaun Watson, but I'm here to tell you the best case scenario happened. He didn't go to Atlanta, okay, and we didn't lose anything out of this. We actually gained a significant amount of cap space without cutting any players. It was all off of restructures, so it's definitely a very good thing that this happened. The thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit, though, was how aggressive the Saints front office was in this. I don't think you guys, like, have you guys ever seen the Saints be this aggressive in pursuit of somebody? Like, it was insane. We were doing all these things, having these double meetings with Sean Payton at the head coaching position. That probably wouldn't have happened. That isn't in the New Orleans Saints way. So if that's how we approach free agency from now on, look for some more big splashes. I mean, I don't know if it was just because of the caliber of player they see Deshaun Watson as or what, but it was really, really, really theatrical, and I appreciated the amount of effort they put in, even though it didn't swing in our way. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. What do you think the New Orleans Saints should do next? I honestly think, with my wholehearted, humble opinion, we kept so many key players. Like, this was the best case scenario, 100%. Talk to Jameis Winston, get him to ink a deal, keep him around. He's going to be even cheaper than he was last year. Last year he was unproven. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really knew what he could do. We saw a glimpse of that, but he had a very, very, very bad injury, tore his ACL. So he can't demand a lot of money. His market isn't super massive. There aren't a lot of quarterback needy teams out there. So the New Orleans Saints need to keep what they have in Jameis Winston. We have our first round pick. We could spend it on an offensive lineman in the event that Teron Armstead doesn't re-sign, a wide receiver, anything. We're set up good. I'm telling you, we are set up perfectly fine. So let me know what you guys think. What direction should we go? What players should we pursue in this free agency? I'm going to be trying to talk about it as much as I can. We signed Kentavious Street, a.k.a. the dude that literally shattered Drew Brees' ribs. That was a mixed emotions thing. He had a pretty decent season last year, but, fuck that guy. But, yeah, like, let me know who you guys want us to pursue, what positions you think we need to fill, all of that fancy stuff. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now, I'm not going to be making videos super duper often, but when I get the opportunity, like right now I'm on lunch. So when I get the opportunity, I'll go ahead and try to squeeze one out for y'all. So, yeah. Like I said, let me know how you feel. I'm excited about this. I'm happy about this. I can't reiterate it enough. The New Orleans Saints are in a very, very good position. Trading for Deshaun Watson would have been a mistake. Just putting that out there right now. Trading way too much for one player whose future is undecided because of the amount. Like, 22 civil cases, dude. All it takes is one of those. One of those to be legit enough for him to be in serious shit. Like, I literally can't talk about politics because I'm in uniform right now, but you know what I mean. Like, it could have been very, very bad. Like, one of those cases being legit and having enough evidence to try him, and things would have been very, very bad, and you would have lost all of those things for literally no reason. So, got away from the baggage, kept our 3 first-round picks, our 2 third-round picks, our key players. And the New Orleans Saints are in a good position to sign Jameis Winston, sign some extra free agents because we have $29 million in cap. This was the best case scenario, and I'm really, really happy with how things turned out. So comment down below, like I said, what you guys think about this. I got to eat and go back to class for another 6 hours. So I'll be reading your guys' comments when I get off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next one, which will hopefully be pretty soon. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, adios.